In this guide on the best organic polymer locations on the Ark Survival Ascended Island map, I'm going to show you how to get organic polymer, which is a great substitute for regular polymer or hard polymer. I'll show you how to get hundreds of organic polymer in no time at all in a very safe location. I'll show you some great methods to get organic polymer you might not know about right next to your doorstep. And I'll show you how to get all the organic polymer you could possibly need without even leaving your house. And don't forget to check the link in the description of this video for an obsidian guide coming out really soon too. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let's get started. Now, as much as I hate to say this, the #1 fastest, most effective way to get organic polymer is clubbing penguins. Yes, I hate to say this, but if you take out a penguin and you hit it with a club to harvest it, especially the young ones, you get tons of organic polymer. Like, it's the fastest, most effective way to get organic polymer. You can get it even faster if you use a Pelagornis, which has a boosted rate for harvesting organic polymer and reduced carry weight for it. And a moss chops can be specialized into harvesting organic polymer too. As you can see, this coast has a decent amount of penguins up here on this shelf, and it's really easy to lure dangerous stuff off the edge if you've got a flyer, like a Pelagornis. This location is 13.9, 10.5, but honestly, the entire coast up here, down on these beaches, anywhere around here, you should be able to find penguins along the coastal sea. So all of this area up here is full of really good resources. So if you come up to about 8.3, 22.9 and just follow the coast all the way around the corner, you should eventually see quite a lot of penguins spawn. And then these icebergs on the top corner of the map, especially this one, they end up completely covered in penguins. 4.64 is probably the best location to get penguins on the entire map. I don't have any spawning here because I haven't been rendered into this area long enough, but all of these icebergs around here, if you just come up here, especially with the Pelagornis, and just search all around the ice, you should find tons of penguins. So any beach that's got ice on it is a great place to get ridiculous amounts of organic polymer. And most of these areas up here are completely safe from attacks. And this is probably the best place to look on the southern side. 28.44 is the closest to the tropical areas. And all around here, all up on these shelves, you can find a decent amount of penguins when they're not already taken out by other dangerous stuff. 23.7, 10.9 has quite a few already. If you're morally opposed to harming cute penguins, consider the ugly duckling that grew up into an ugly duck. A Hesperonis is a mean little goose, and you can club these for a lot of organic polymer. There's actually a lot of locations where you can find Hesperonis much further south than penguins, and I'll start with this one, 36.4, 14, just because there's a lot of really good resources right around here. This is right where the snow meets the tropics. And there's quite a few Hesperonis that will spawn around here in these shallow waters if they haven't been eaten already. Now, one of my recommended starting base locations is here at around 92.7, 54 on the south side of this lagoon. And one of the big reasons for that is you can get organic polymer right on your doorstep because Hesperonis spawn right in this little lake, and they are an incredibly good resource. And if we head just a little bit to the east of here, there's this little island right here at about 90.6, 61.3, and right where this island hits the ocean, if you head just a little bit north of there, you're going to find lots of beavers and beaver dams, and then you'll find Hesperonis swimming around this little lake too. Don't see any right now, they get eaten pretty often, but if we head up this river, you have a chance to find some more just a little bit further up this river. So a lot of these areas around here, you can find Hesperonis spawning all over the place. And this one is at 81.8, 63.2. Most jungle rivers have Hesperonis spawns in them, and this is one of my favorite rivers just because it's at the base of Metal Mountain. So we're at 91.1, 46.4, and we're right next to the peninsula, which is my favorite place to live. And if we head up the river just a little bit, you should start to eventually see some Hesperonis spawns right around here. So this one is at 86.7, 48.5. and I saw another one a little further upriver. Now this river is real dangerous. Lots of dangerous stuff spawns here, so a lot of times the Hesperonis get eaten, but 83.4, 51.4, we found another one right here. Now here are a couple great places to get Hesperonis on the southwestern coast. So we're here right next to the red obelisk at about 86.3, 17.2, and there's Crag Island right there, and there's a little river at the base with waterfalls. So we're gonna head straight to the bottom of the waterfalls, and sometimes you can find Hesperonis in this pool. Just a little bit above that is another pool with a little island in the middle, and I find a lot of Hesperonis right here at 82.8, 16.7, and then a little bit up the fall, if you follow this area up here, check all over here for Hesperonis, because up in this lake is another great place to find Hesperonis. Now if we go back to the waterfalls, just a little bit over from here, so we're going to head just a bit to the east, where there's this little peninsula sticking up right here. And right about 83.9, 22.4, if we go north from here towards the redwoods, there's a little inlet that goes up towards the swamp. And if we look around here, there's actually quite a few Hesperonis that'll spawn up in this area. Like there's one here. I usually see 2 or 3 in this area if they haven't been eaten already. This is a pretty dangerous area. 77.5, 25.7. We're right on the edge of the swamp. So you do get some nasty stuff, but you can find quite a few Hesperonis here if you just check back every now and then. Another somewhat more dangerous location to find Hesperonis is here at 64.9, 9.7, and we're right in this little lagoon off the coast, and there's a lot of dangerous stuff that spawns in here, so the Hesperonis get eaten pretty quickly, but they do spawn at a pretty high rate in here too. You can also find Hesperonis all the way around the river that surrounds the redwood area. It's pretty dangerous there. And then on the northeast side of the map at about 17.6, 72.6, you can find quite a few Hesperonis in the hidden lake here. There's a bunch more Hesperonis spawns throughout the island, but these are my favorites. Now, my favorite ways to get resources is always the ones that involve not leaving my house, and the Achatina, or giant land snail, is an amazing source of organic polymer. It takes a very long time, but if you put them on Wander, you can open them up in the cage and check out their inventory. They will eventually start stockpiling organic polymer in their shells. They also produce a constant supply of Achatina paste, which is the same as cementing paste. You can use it as a substitute. And you can see here the spoil time says 1 hour and 25 minutes instead of 30 minutes, which is what your normal polymer spoil time is. Hold the phone. You wouldn't think snails could get away, but they'll do it. So if I put the organic polymer into his inventory, it actually increases the spoil time dramatically, and your organic polymer will last a lot longer. So you can fill up the snails and use them as refrigerators for organic polymer, because even with the new Ark Survival Ascended, you still cannot put organic polymer in the refrigerator to keep it from spoiling. But if you keep a snail on Wander and keep it producing this, it's going to produce a ton of it over time. And another nice thing about snails is as long as you have a good supply of sweet vegetable cakes, which is the only thing that they eat, if you get 2 snails, any 2 snails can breed, and they will just keep multiplying, and before you know it, you'll have enough snails to keep you just rolling in the organic polymer. So those are my recommendations for how to get organic polymer on Ark Survival Ascended, the island map, but if you want to get regular, hard polymer, you can use obsidian and cementing paste to make tons of polymer that never spoils, and I'm working on a guide of all the best obsidian locations on Ark Survival Ascended, the island map, right now. And I'll put a link in the description of this video as soon as that comes out. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite way to get organic polymer in Ark Survival Ascended, and if there's anything that I didn't mention here, I'd love to hear about it. And I've got tons more resource location guides coming out for Ark Survival Ascended, the island map, so don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for all notifications, or else you'll probably miss the next helpful guide that'll save you so much time and trouble. Thanks for watching this video from the Ark Survival Guide. Please give it a thumbs up, share it around, and leave a comment. That helps us so much, and we love hearing from you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for all notifications so you don't miss our next video full of tricks that will help you win at Ark. While you wait, here's more videos you can watch right now, and we will see you in the next video.